So, in honor of all that, we're just going to make a call. Because it is spoken in enough of mine and my daughter's name and talking bullshit about the child he has very much abused, laid hands on, verbally, mentally abused, emotionally abused, and threw off in court like it wasn't no shit. And we were making excuses when he can't just fucking pay, period, by somebody, we told him he couldn't pay child support in court, by the way, because I got him fired from his job and it was waiting on. He literally just didn't work there for about 2 days to make it look legit and then went right back over there. So, I am once again having to call a certain police officer about him fucking around again before the goddamn orders up. But tonight, I think he's done enough with the names and everything directly and all the bullshit. So let him keep running tonight. That order ain't up. He's went by the wrong date. Super genius. Let's see, the first one was temporary. It held until the other one was signed in by the judge. Not taken out. Nothing, because the judge had to give the permanent one. And well, oops. Someone must have lost their copy. Excuse me. It's a fucking damn shame. I mean, this motherfucker just admitted to selling a fucking cabin that I paid for. That was not paid off, that still belonged to a company. He just stole from a company, dude. And y'all know he couldn't even afford the fucking rent for 10 months on another place. He needs donations for wedding. He needs, while stealing money from my children, while selling dope, while this, while that. He's broke, y'all. Needs her wedding dress donated to her. Where's all that money going, you think? Couldn't possibly be the proof that he's still on dope and money that I have. Could it? Couldn't possibly be that, right? Yeah, with the toilet water, with the lengthy history of dope usage and catching and all that. And I guess she's probably on the newest probation. Can't leave her until around and after a probation date and all that shit. Never that last cabin. The one on Ben Hill, right? That's separate from this one. But the one on Ben Hill I paid for, right? He came up with a few $100 for the deposit, whatever, but the cabin I paid for. And he admittedly sold it over here on live stream. It wasn't paid off, man. It belongs to a company. So he stole it from the company and sold it. And he just, like, for a year, man, he got the fucking shit in the account, like, for little, and was taking it and spending it. They couldn't afford rent over there, though. For 10 months, didn't pay rent on the place. You know, toilet water's getting child support, all that shit, too. He's working 3 or 4 jobs under the table. What do y'all think he's doing with that fucking money, man? It ain't going to rent. Where you think it's going? And I have very real proof he is buying dope and still using. Yeah, she does have like 5 baby daddies, and if you look into her history, one of those was still in high school while she was in her late 20s, early 30s, and she groomed the fuck out of him and has went back and changed certain shit. But she was very much what looks like fucking a high school student, and then got with him conveniently enough by the same name as monster over here. Same fucking name, Andy. And for years fucked with him and still does. Still has contact with that dude. She is her own little narcopath. His toilet water. Yeah, well, she's only raising so many, dude. That's all I'm saying. And it's like that motherfucker is forever just. Man, I didn't even want to be on here tonight. I feel terrible. I was resting because it feels so fucking bad. Just like fucking being there again, man. The worst days are when that piece of shit. Toilet water's their own hot mess. Did you find the apology? But his family and hers telling the dude that, yeah, he needed away from toilet water. Just like if you look in all of her history with all the dudes that she marries quickly and leaves in the dirt and has babies by other people do whatever with. All of them are the same, man. She's got them all fucked up. And it's quick and over. But she does some damage in her path every time. Uh, yeah. But if you notice, I've got some of the first, and so they're not edited. She's went back to all those profiles, and she's edited things, especially surrounding the other Andy. But it very much looks like she was grooming and with a high school student and having relations with for years. I don't care if he marries non-hurting people. I really don't. Uh, you know, I really don't. I know what his worst idea on the worst day for me is, and you know, the point is, it's like this one. They were both cheating. All right, she moved jobs to be near whatever, but they were both cheating. Okay, both. Shane, I don't know. I know that he kept mentioning one having a baby next door. There was a baby she left behind in my car. All kinds of shit. But I don't care about that either. It doesn't enhance, especially, and I doubt toilet water realizes this either. But he's already with toilet water, obviously, and the way he makes his way into this group is tricking him by making him think he's talking to another female. So he thought he was cheating on toilet water too. Flirting, hold on. Just like he's fucking flirting with Lena on over in Piper. It's gross. It's gross. He just needs to fucking let it go, man. Leave Little alone. And if Eldest wants to leave himself fucking be, that's his choice, but these children don't want shit to do with him. Him and Toilet they need to go the fuck on. Quit fucking abusing. Quit boxing. Quit flying monkeying. Go on with your goddamn dope habits. And shut the whole fuck up. It will never end. The abuse. It will just never fucking. And he needs to leave Little alone. He needs to leave her name. He needs to forget she fucking exists. She already told him in court when he threw away already. He didn't want shit to do with her. He got her birthday wrong online. He needs to leave her alone. There's a reason she's on that order. That doesn't end for another month. Over it. But a month. He needs to ball up and pay for child support. Past his fucking dope habits. He needs to just leave us alone. Like he told her to her face, when she's 18, she can decide. Until then, he needs to leave her alone. Stop mentioning her. In her life, and things that affect her and her mother. He needs to stop coming the fuck by here. He needs to stop having contact. He needs to stop working with people. We're giving out information on his children and terrorizing them and having them stalked and harmed in real life. He needs to get a fucking clue. He is hurting her. I'll survive it, pain or not. It's abuse. I'll survive it. Her, she may not if he continues. He needs to stop. Because even his flying monkeys don't know because I've kept her protected from everything. He's hurting her. Stop. When she's 18, she can decide not to leave her alone. You know what you did to her, and our son, and me, and what you're still doing. You know the truth. You remember it just fine. And you know what you're doing still yet just fine. Stop. Just stop. I mean, y'all have it in his own fucking words that he laid hands on these children. You have my daughter speaking about what he's done to her. What the fuck else do you all need? He is a goddamn child abuser, a woman eater. He is fucking dangerous. Oh. You know, this was, I mean, every day. Literally, the words murder came out of his mouth. This was not just all bitchy whoops, whatever. This was, I'm going to kill you. Murder. This was not.